We're here again in Green Park, this time with Zara and Finn, and we are going to be chatting about spiritual gifts. Has somebody ever prayed for you?
Yes, my grandma prays for me.
Myself for him, definitely. Sure they have. Again, we're comedians. We've made bad decisions in life.
Yeah. My mum lights candles every time I've got a big exam.
I don't think so.
Nah, no one's prayed for me. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I've had your mum pray for me.
What a treat!
I prayed for you.
How would it make you feel if someone had?
Really make me appreciate that person.
Yeah, like make them grateful that they're thinking of you.
Yeah,
and,
no,
like, trying to
100%.
help you.
If you can get better potential help, I feel, what's the harm?
It makes you feel like safe or safer and at peace.
How do you know when God's speaking to you, and how do you know when it's just your own thoughts in your head?
The short answer is you don't always know. One of the bits of the Bible talks about us only being able to hear from God in part, so we're never going to be perfect in it. So sometimes you just have to try it out. But there are a few things that can help. So first of all, knowing what the truth that the Bible says. So like God would never say something that contradicts anything that he's said to us in the Bible. And also I guess just getting to know God more through spending time with him, through praying and reading the Bible. Over time, it's like with a friend, when you've just met someone and then you hear someone speaking, you might not recognise it's them, whereas when you've been chatting to them like every day for years, you can hear that person hundreds of metres away and recognise it's them. And it's sort of like that with God. I'm not saying I've got it down at all, I'm still working on it, but yeah.
I don't know, I've always really struggled to pray. Like sometimes, I don't know, like people will be like, they felt God talking to them, but I can't really distinguish God talking to me and my thoughts. Like I don't really know the difference. But when it came to when I was singing to God, like, or when I was like just singing worship songs in general, I really felt like, I felt like I was feeling something different. Like I felt like I was being spoken to in a way, like encouraging things that were encouraging me, but it wasn't coming from me, if that makes sense.
So I was doing some work during the half term at a school library, and while I was there, I was just asking God, praying to him, saying, oh God, I want to be used by you today. I want an opportunity to share your goodness with someone else. And then in that moment, I felt like God was speaking to me about a girl who was there, who I'm friends with, saying about how she has insomnia. And I didn't know this about her. And I wasn't sure whether it was God speaking to me, but I went up to her and asked her, and I was like to that person, so this is going to sound really weird, but I feel like God's speaking to me. Do you have insomnia? And she was like, what? How did you know that about me? I've had it for 3 years and I've been taking sleeping pills. So then I basically said to her, like, the reason I feel like God was sharing that with me is because he really loves and cares for you and he wants to bring healing to that. And then I offered to pray for her for that in that moment. So just in the school library, prayed for her. And then the next day she messaged me saying she'd had the best sleep she'd ever had. And she described it as a miracle from God. But the really cool thing about that is never really had conversations about Jesus with her before, and then now she's always asking me to pray for stuff, always asking me questions, and is coming along to some after school sessions I'm running on it, and all sorts of that. So it's just cool seeing how God's speaking, or what I feel like is God speaking to me, impacting the lives of people who don't know him yet, and hopefully drawing them to him.